Hey folks, Gary here. Happy Thursday morning to you. I hope your day is starting off just fantastic. I hope you're having a really good day. Any day with God is a good day. And it's a good day because we're in the presence of God. Now, if we're honest, not every day is equal. Some days are better than other days. But having the presence of God and knowing you're in His presence makes all the difference. It really does. Now, we've been talking about listening to the Lord, listening to His calling on our lives, listening to His prompting, His pushing, saying, I want you to do something, and listening to that and reacting and doing it. We talked about fleeces that Gideon would put out and how that's not really the right way to do that. God showed favor to Gideon in that, but Gideon should have just gone with what God said. He really should have just stepped into it. But it can be hard because, man, sometimes that involves a lot of risk, and you don't want to risk. You're like, oh man, I don't want to risk all this. What do I do? Well, you trust God. You trust that He's going to take care of it. Psalm 37 is a psalm. I want to look at that today. And in this psalm, David's writing, and he says there's this contrast. There's a contrast between evil and good. There are folks who do evil, they do despicable things, and yet it seems like no one holds them account for it. It seems like they just get away with it. And those who do really good things, man, they got to suffer the brunt of that. What's going on? And through that psalm, he says, don't worry about it. Trust God. Trust that God will work all these things out. Trust that God will deal with this. Don't let the people who do evil, don't let them shape you. Don't let them decide who you are. Don't let them shape you so that you take on their characteristics to get even and all that kind of stuff, and you get angry. Don't let that stuff shape who you are. Instead, let the Holy Spirit shape who you are. Let God shape who you are, and trust that He will take care of all those things, because He will. God will take care of it. Verse 23 and 24 in this gets more directly to what I want to talk about today. And I've held on to this verse for so long, going way back to when God, called me to give up a really good job to go into ministry. Man, huge risk in that. That really bothered me a lot. Then other times in life where God's called us to take a really big risk, and I go, I don't like taking these big risks. But there's a peace in it because you trust God. You trust that God's led you in it, and then it's okay. You step into it. You trust He's leading you. And that's what verse 23 and 24 are. The Lord directs the steps of the godly. God directs your steps. If you're praying to Him and you're searching for Him and you're seeking Him, He will direct your steps. He delights in every detail of their lives. God delights in every detail of your life. He wants you to be blessed in every single area of your life. He directs your steps so you step in the right direction. You go the right way. Though they stumble, they will never fall, for the Lord holds them by their hands, or by the hand. God directs us. So what do we do? Well, when you're faced with something, you go, man, I feel God calling me to do this, but man, this seems like a risk. This seems like, I don't know. Trust God in it. Trust the Lord. Trust He's directing your steps. Pray about it. If you pray about it and you feel at peace, you know God's with you. Now, peace doesn't mean that you're not nervous about it. Peace means I know God's going to be with me. And you can trust that. You say, okay, I trust you, Lord, and I take that step. Now, does that mean that you're never going to make a mistake because God's got your feet? He's guiding your feet? No, it doesn't mean that, because it actually says, though they stumble, they will never fall. No, you're going to make mistakes here and there, but God will be with you throughout it, and He will hold your hand. He'll hold you up. You're not going to fall. And in the end, you're going to end up where He wanted you to be in the first place. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually amazing, because it's so much better. And you think, man, I wish I would have done this 20 years earlier. So trust God. Trust when He's leading. Pray about it. Seek Him. Trust the Holy Spirit guiding you and say, okay, you're with me, Lord? Let's go. Like I said, sometimes it takes a risk. For Mara and I, it meant leaving everything we owned a couple times. Everything we owned, everything we knew a couple times. But it's always turned out amazing. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And practice listening to God and going the direction He's called you to go. You'll never be disappointed. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.